using eMAM and Adobe Premiere Pro panel together to manage media and projects. There are two methods to upload and manage media using eMAM. The first option for the photographers is to simply upload media directly to eMAM using the web or eFeeder application. Within the eMAM Director web interface, users can organize media using categories, create eMAM projects, log clips by adding markers and subclips, and build rough cut timelines for editors to import into an eMAM Premiere Pro project using the Adobe panel. The second option is to import media into Adobe Premiere Pro directly, organize the media in bins, create timelines, and then export the entire project to eMAM using the eMAM panel in Adobe Premiere Pro. When users organize and log media uploaded to eMAM, they have an option to add an eMAM project or assign the media to it. eMAM projects can organize media into bins like in Adobe Premiere Pro. Rough cut timelines can be created to preview and import into Adobe Premiere Pro. Before we begin, let's add a new category to the eMAM Director. During the upload and export process, users and editors will be assigning projects and media to the new category. Let us create an eMAM project, add bins, and a rough cut timeline. Within the eMAM project widget, select Add Project from the Project Widget menu. Add a project name, project description, public tag, select custom metadata set for your project for searching later, select a storage location, generally where the original media is stored, and select a custom project status. Next, select the users to be assigned to this project. These users will be the only ones to see this project in the project widget when they log into the eMAM system. Next, assign the project to the newly created category. Click Add and the newly created eMAM project will appear in the project widget. Using the eMAM search tools, find the video, images, graphics, and audio files you want to add to this project. Drag and drop the media into each of the project bins. Add a rough cut sequence to the project by selecting Create Sequence from the project menu. Add a sequence name and click Add. A timeline will appear in the timeline widget. Drag and drop the full and subclip media onto the sequence and click Save. Select the same storage you used for the project. Users can preview the sequence and share it with others using eBin. The eMAM project will now be ready to import into Adobe Premiere Pro. Open Adobe Premiere Pro. If the eMAM panel is not installed, please review the App Manager installation training video. Open the Windows menu. Click Extension and the eMAM panel. The eMAM panel should now be open. Select the Projects tab and search for the newly created eMAM project. Click on the eMAM project. The name should now be highlighted. Click Import at the top of the panel. The import window will appear. Please notice that the checkout will be selected. This will lock others from using this project until you check it back into eMAM. Editors will have three options for importing the eMAM project. Link, which means the editor's workstation and the original media are on the same local network. No downloading is required. Localize means that either a proxy or original copy will be downloaded to an editor's remote workstation. Stream uses Media Reactor from Drastic Technologies to stream the media to the editor's remote workstation without downloading the proxy or original file. For this example, I will localize the proxy media for an offline edit session. Once the media is localized, the editors can begin editing the project using the rough cut sequence and the markers and subclips added in eMAM. Editors can use the panel to find more assets to import into this project. Local media can be imported as well. New media not currently managed by eMAM will be uploaded when the project is exported back to the eMAM system. Once the editors are done, the panel is used to export the Adobe Premiere Pro project sequences and any new local media imported into the project back to eMAM. The local Adobe Media Encoder and server-based transcoders are used to create new sequence assets and proxy files. To export the project back to eMAM, click on the Project tab in the eMAM panel. Click Export and add notes from your edit session. Click OK and several tabs will appear in the panel. First, click on the Select Files section. The Premiere Pro project file and any new media imported will be listed. Any files that were imported from eMAM will be listed under the Elements Already Exist section. These files will not be re-uploaded. The Premiere Pro project and the new media files will be uploaded to the eMAM system during the export process. The next section is Select Sequences. Select the sequence and the preset the editor would like the Adobe Media Encoder to use when creating the new asset and proxy. The next section is Select Proxy Options. This option instructs Premiere Pro on which transcoder to use when creating proxy files. The next section is Project Details. Add any project metadata you would like to use for searching within eMAM. The next section is Categories. This option will allow editors to assign the project and any new media to a specific category in eMAM. The next section is User Tags. Add a tag to the project and new media added to eMAM. The last section is Custom Metadata. Assign a metadata set and apply any relevant metadata to any new media added to eMAM assigned to this project. Once you've completed the custom metadata, click the Add button to begin the export process. The Adobe Media Encoder will open and begin the transcoding process. The dashboard will provide a status report on the export process. We have now successfully created a new eMAM project, assigned media, created a rough cut sequence, imported the project into Adobe Premiere Pro, made edits, exported, and converted it into a Premiere Pro project and uploaded it back into eMAM. The new Adobe Premiere Pro project will now appear in the project widget in the eMAM director. Return to Adobe Premiere Pro. Now let's start in Adobe Premiere Pro and import local media into a new project. Using normal import tools, add media to your project and assign the media to bins like video, audio, images, and graphics. Create a new sequence and save your project. Now we are ready to export our Premiere Pro project to eMAM. First, click on the eMAM panel. Select the Project tab with the name of the new Premiere Pro project created. Click Export. Click the Select Files tab. The new media files and the Adobe Premiere Pro project file will be listed and checked. These are the files that will be uploaded to the eMAM system. Next, click on the Select Sequence tab. This option will encode a new file for your sequence using the Adobe Media Encoder. The new sequence file will be uploaded to eMAM as a new asset. Next, click on the Select Proxy Options tab. This option instructs Premiere Pro on which transcoder to use when creating proxy files. Next, click the Project Details tab. Complete the metadata fields as needed and select an eMAM project collection for the project to be added and assigned to. Next, click on the Category tab. Check the category created in eMAM Director earlier. All media and project files will be assigned to this project in eMAM. The bin structure in the project will become subcategories in the eMAM Director. Click the Tags and Custom Metadata tabs and add key metadata to each new asset added to the eMAM system. Once completed, click the Add button to begin the export process. Adobe Media Encoder will open and begin the transcoding process. The dashboard will provide a status report on the export process. Return to the eMAM Director to see the Adobe Premiere Pro project added to the project widget. The project is ready to be checked out by another editor using the panel. eMAM will manage the project versions each time the project is checked out using the eMAM panel. For more information regarding eMAM, please check out our website at emamsolutions.com.